Working. So, subscription? If you're not subscribed, you should be. Anyway, that's what everybody says. I could carry either way. I'm trying to get to 50, but I'll get there or I won't. It'd just be another thing I can upload. I want to do some live stream fishing. Going to be boring as heck. Especially around here. It depends on where I'm at as to whether the fishing's any good. And this part of the state, not so great. Yeah, I got it loaded up on that one. Now where's the other electronical device? There we are. Oh look, our battery's not dying. What is it? There's a new fat electrician video. I have to watch that later. Y'all don't watch him, man. Y'all should. There's the other electronical device. Uh-oh. Well, at least I know my voice is coming through. Sounding just about terrible. We're going to skip the music today because I want to make some serious attempts at a couple of these leaderboards on the drifting. And I concentrate better when I don't have anything in my ear. It gives me a little easier time paying attention to the screen a little bit. But not really, because I'm still distracted driving. Barcelona. So hard. This right here. This little hairpin right there. Y'all can't see the mouse because I turned it off because I have a bad habit of leaving it in the way. But that hairpin is a thief. Let's see. That was A-class, wasn't it? Really need to redo this one. I really do. Let's start with it. That way when I get frustrated I can just hop in a different car. This one was my very second drift car. We got a Mustang that was the first, or the Mustang as I like to call her. I learned how to tune better, and now I can't drift either one of these the way they're set up. If y'all ever want to see my setup, it's pretty simple. I do almost the same thing to everyone, and then I tweak it to kind of match the car a little bit. Okay, we got a supercharger. Tuning. Well, it looks like I've already been back through it. Over here. Just a little bit. Yes, please. Make sure I don't have some weird tire on it. Nope. I'm running stock wheels. Nope. One more thing. All we have is the supercharger. Let's be dumb and add a cam to that. S-Class. Never mind. Nope. Oh, it's because we're sitting on the limit. I'll have to put it in S-Class eventually and just go free play or meet up it. Then we'll find out if it's any good. My main problem with it is the front end. I want to drive a fun car. This car will never get me on any kind of leaderboard until it's probably an S-Class car. It'd be funner in S. My happy little paint job on it. Very nice. I love that I can swap cars within here instead of having to go all the way out. Now I decide what I want to drive. I said, I got the Mustang. I believe it's an A-Class. Oh nope, it's up in S. But the M3 was scary. The Honda S800 is no longer drift tuned. This one makes power funny. It's got long. That's right. I can't do anything to that part. And the next level of weight reduction puts me in S-Class. So that's it. We just drive her. If I remember right, she's tuned okay. Nope, wrong gear. got a little carried away. I was like, I need more points. Oh wait. There's a corner coming. We'll do this all day in second gear. Bye, Mr. War, whatever your name is. I beat him barely. Now we gotta take out the rally pony. It was bound to happen. I'm almost certain this car can take that. My brain wants to drive Coronetta around her once and see if she can take back her spot. I think that's who had this. It was the Coronetta or the Judge. I didn't look first. Goodness. Oh, make your hands hurt. Wouldn't help that they hurt already, but don't get old. Arthritis sucks. Well, the Pontiac moved up. We need to go look at where she wound up. I bet we didn't even move up 1%. We just moved up a driver. We didn't do a whole lot. Top 4%, I guess we moved up a bit. 164th out of 4,519. What's around us? A Nova, an RX-7. I haven't drift tuned a really good RX-7 yet. I mean, I have that one. It's painted, but she don't drift real great. I don't think she's in this class. Nope. You just stay over there, little wiggle bob. That car's crazy. 1 minute it's great, and then the next it is really hard to drive. I can't remember if that Carrera is drift tuned or not. That one was very bad. The Cobra is fun, but low on power, which we could fix. Except I think you can fix it without a motor. I think the Regal actually probably had the top time. I can't believe my Coronet is way the heck down here. All the way at the bottom of A-class. She's a little punk rocker, this Coronetta, but she gets her done. We don't need to tune this car any at all. third. Not a good place to be. Too far. She's just not grippy enough for this track. Onward to the next. I think we'll change the scenery. So we did move up here already. So let's see if we can. I don't know if I want to do any more Grand Oak. Good Lord, that track. It's fun. It owns my soul. I love it. I do it a lot. I don't think I can beat what I have on it already. Even though I'm higher on the other one that I'm really bad at. This track here is... she's a different animal. I think we'll take the Buick. Maybe the Buick can do some special corners. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong class. No Buick. Really need to drift tune that Camaro. It's got the right parts. I've yet to try and drift it. Let's throw a tune on it, see how she do. Can't remember if she's twin turboed or supercharged. But not all twin turbos are bad. Some of them don't have all that lag. Let's see what we got in this little feller. She's like John Cena. You can't see her. Ooh, we don't have anything in the handling. Can we do a weight reduction? Probably not. Fuel in there is just a restrictor plate, and the first upgrade is 703. So that ain't gonna happen. Ain't got no tires on it. I'm running stock rims. I just don't like the knockoffs. Like, those would be so much better if they weren't them huge knockoffs on it. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, look, it took us up a little bit. No aerodynamic parts. Yeah, we don't want that. And we definitely probably don't want either one of these. Can't see it though. Oh yeah, I don't want that. It's just an obstruction. What are we running in this? Oh, the 5.9 racing. What else was there to choose from before? There's the 7.0 V8. But if I remember right, it don't have the right supercharger. It's got that centrifugal thing, and man, that thing makes power funny. We'll see how she does with this, and if anything, we'll move down to that 3.6. Put the twin turbo in it. Why not? Nope, wrong way. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Or is it? Let's see, we're seeing 116. You know what, we'll just leave it there. Oh, come on, man. God, we'll use the keyboard, I'm sorry. Did we accidentally change anything else? Probably not. We'll see how she do. She either do good or she do bad. Anybody else out there watching? Grab the same car. Tune it up the way you like. through the other corner. Got too anxious on the next one. And this car is a beast, and I don't like saying that because I hate this car. In real life, this is the ugliest Camaro on the planet. But holy cow. She drives really good. Off the edge of the track. Get up on that blue and white stuff and she does weird things. Oh, goodness. I gotta stop. Oh. That is a heck of a car. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to give it a better paint job. Although I like the camo Aero Camaro. It's the camo Camaro, so. Because everybody wishes they had never seen it. I mean, it's... I can't even tell that. I think it's the ugliest Camaro ever made. It drives really good. Oh my. It does two things well. It drifts and it drives. Like I had to admit that it drove too. And it makes me sad. Oh, what do we want to bring here? I'm thinking about moving the Buick up. The Chicken Regal. I think she deserves a place higher up than she currently be. Oh, that's not the button we want. We can't do anything to that car. Helps when you go the right way. Do, 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 do. Regal. I bet I could do it in the Monte Carlo. That SVT Cobra's a beast too. She's a little hard to get a handle on, but she's pretty good. Okay, I already have it saved. Because this car here lately has been low on power. Well, we're going to give her more of it. Her acceleration did not go up very much. In fact, it went to the downwards. That's something I haven't looked at. This is what I wanted to do, not that. I mean, I like the way she drifts, I really do. But it puts power to the ground now. Like right now. Like when you push the pedal, there's your power. Turbo got to spool up. Takes a second. Causes problems. little psychopath, man. Let's see where we wound up. Because I moved up. I didn't think I moved up, but I moved up. Which means there was someone between me and the guy who was racing. Let's see, race results. Top 5%. No, I moved up. Woohoo! 137th. Gotta make it into that top 10. I'm noticing, I don't know if something happened, but the same people are not at the top that used to be. And they're not lower down either. And I'm wondering if Forza messing around. And I don't know. Maybe their times weren't legit. But there used to be a YouTube guy at the top. And I looked down through here, and maybe I missed him. Because you know when you're looking for something. But I don't see him anymore. Which makes me think, maybe this isn't where he was at the top. Who knows? Alright, we moved up on that one. We moved up on the one before it. We're 2 for 2. I guess we'll go down to B class. They need more of these. More of the... What they need to do is open class drifting, just like they do with the open time attack. Ohio or Suzuka. I don't want to go blind yet. We'll go to Ohio first. I don't hold a whole lot of. Now I can drive the Pirate. Of course, I think that's what's holding the top spot on this track at the moment. But we'll have to take a peek. Yep, 70 GSX holds the top time. Yeah, see? It's either that or maybe he changed his name. I don't know. Can you do that? Maybe you can. I don't know. But that's the guy, man. Set him as the rival just so we can see him. I'll bet we can't even keep up. What's he in? A 2002 BMW? Turn the ghost on and take a look at him. Set his training coast. We'll have to go to and turn him on. Then we'll have a new distraction on the screen. Now we can go find out. Let me just take a little breather for a few seconds. It's going to be a different kind of drive. And I forgot to share this here with the Snapchat. Snapchat said, I only keep it for my kid. It's not my favorite app. Sends a lot of notifications, but it's like literally the only way he messages, so. He's number one in the top 0% of all players. I'll bet we can't even keep up. I'll bet money on it. Tempted to load up a good track car so I can follow him. He's been driving other cars too much. Look at him just staying sideways. Holy cow. He's just super smooth. His transitions are better. You can probably use it for knee brake. Only 15 grand off. You can see him working them front wheels like crazy. I better quit watching him and start driving. There's a wall there. Good Lord, car's got me sweating. Oh, turn on some air. And it'll make a little gentle humming noise, but we're good with that. Because it's air or keep sweating. And sweating's not great. I don't care for it. Oh, not when I can do something about it. Now when I'm outside working, good Lord, he's fast. I don't think we beat our time, but I don't remember what our time was. I know we were in the top 6%, 5%, somewhere in there. Now I guess we'll go blind. Top 4%. 54 to 18. So I did move up. Just a hair to 51st. 51st. You weird coop. Anyway. Do we go back? No. No, we don't. We go get blinded or we go down to C-Class. C-Class is harder. I mean, I got a Mercury now that handles C-Class pretty good. But I just really don't like Suzuka. Only because they put it at a horrible time of day. I think Hockenheim is where I need to move up. The Mercury's good, but she's fat. Like, super fat. She don't fit so good. But she make power like, oh my God. I do believe, though, that I have a new toy I've been playing with here. The Falcon GT. She's a handful. she make points. I don't think I need to do anything to this car, except remember how to drive it. I forgot that I turned the ghosts on. Too much. Too much is not enough. Yeah. Make adjustment. I feel weird. I mean, how did I ever? Because I believe it's either here or the other track. No, it's here. The Falcon holds the top thing, which means I drove it really good one time. Got lost in thought, I guess. Where are you sitting at? Right on the edge, which means there's probably nothing I can do about that. Or she could be fully done. Nope, she doesn't have a camshaft. Explains a lot, actually. Wonder if I can finagle one on it. That only drops 2 points. This will drop next to nothing. I'd like a cam. What do I got on here? I don't have any weight reduction. That's usually a free upgrade. Now we just got to get her back down to B class. $4.99. Still didn't get a cam. I took weight reduction. We're going to see what that does for us. Because I didn't lose a whole lot of horsepower by going down inside on valves. Where are we at on the transmission? That's the handling feels pretty nice. I'm just having a hard time keeping her sideways. The brakes are funny. We don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm guessing at all those things. I found through guessing what kind of works, and I work my way from there. You do burns outs. Boy, that rear view mirror's in a terrible location. Some of this rubber off. Here's my buddy. The brakes are not. The brakes are not, my buddy. Gotta be careful of this. Still not. They're so too touchy. Touchy's a word for it. Alright, Mr. Falcon, you want to be the car. You are currently the man. We're gonna knock you off there though, because we got a Mercury that's in C class, and she do good things sometimes. Select car. Do 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 do. That 2000 GTR is not bad either, but she requires a lot of concentration, a whole lot. Because she'll snap around to circle on you because she's so light. All right, now. she's so much fun. She moved us up. Let's go see how close. We only beat him by like 300 points, something like that. It didn't beat him by much. I think we would have got more if I would have milked it a little better on the previous turn back, like before I tucked back and went across the line. But, yeah, who knows, I probably would have spun. Race results. Top 4% here now, too. Woohoo! 41st. That's nice. I like moving up. Holden Monaro, the 68. I still need to drift tune that car. I have to. Because I like the car. One's got a sick paint job on it, man. It's beautiful. I can't take credit for all of it a friend helped. To the right. Vermont is oddly hard for being such a little bitty track. Oh my. Oh, we're in C class, sir. Let's see, we just took the. Now all we have left this way is untried, untested. There's a whole Falcon. The IROC is tuned, but it's not very good. I haven't got that car there yet, and I don't think it's going to wind up in C class. Which leaves the Stingray. I don't think it makes enough power. We may have to just crawl right back into Mercury. Like I said, it's hard to keep a C-class drift car because my brain's always like, well, what happens if I do this and take it into B? Ooh, I got me a new B-class drift car. And then I have to find a new A or a new C-class. We're going to have to look at the tune. This thing may not even be set up for this. Which is fine. It ain't hard to switch once you're in. Yeah, no power parts, no nothing. Got $300. I bought this car and never drove it. Gotta write that down. Alright, so is a Corvette is not in the picture. I can't remember if the Javelin was any good. There are a lot of things about the Javelin I think I remember not liking. The Spider was terrible. Has not done much with the CUDA. I think we were trying to make it a mountain car and it refused to be one. Let's see what we got in here. It's got the drift start. Well, let's take a look. Don't have a transmission yet. I bought a drift suspension for it and never set it up. None of those numbers are right. Use the keyboard. I'm sorry. That's too much. Maybe. I don't know. This car's pretty heavy. It has very few upgrades. I don't even know if it'll spin the tires or not. Boy, that seems like a lot. By the time y'all get done watching this, you'll know how to tune one of these too, the same way I do. You'll just remember, oh, we don't have brakes. What crazy guy built this car and didn't put any brakes on it? It must mean I bought this car at the very beginning of me getting this game. I don't think that's my paint job on this car. I'm pretty sure of that. I am not responsible. That paint job is actually pretty cool looking. Alright, we gotta put brakes. We require brakes. So what are we taking off? The ignition isn't enough. Got no weird tires on it. Oh, one too many. Always forget that the brakes are on the platform. Alright. Let's go see if she even drifts. I lost my drink. Need water. Or a wet substance, anyway. Let's see here. Bought the brakes. Forgot to adjust the brakes. But she's pretty good for dry running it. And she's still got power adders. I require brakes. Learn to drive without them, it'll be faster. have some money for some power parts, because I think we're tuning this one up some. We're going to get her to the top of C-Class. Because she good where she is now. I could beat that score if I could just get a little more out of it in 4th gear. Oh, wrong direction. Who are we trying to beat? The Coronet. God, really don't want to knock her off another one. Top 3%. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't really need to move up here. This car's gonna. I can feel it. I can't decide if I want to weight reduce it because the heavy feel of it is kind of nice, but the deeper dips kind of hurt. The car does not react very well to those. Let's see how much money we made. $150, not enough. Cheap power. That'd be the exhaust or the air filter, wouldn't it? Good Lord. Why do we gotta have a weird ending number? There we go. That and the flywheel. That's what we get. A little better acceleration. Says it we have hand cleaning, braking is better. Gotta tune the brakes while we're up. And eventually we gotta buy, I don't even know if it needs a transmission. The way this one's geared up is kind of nice. Yeah, it make good power for the power it has. I don't want to move that a whole lot, but it needs a little. Let's not go that aggressive. Alright. We're tuned. We have brakes. Let's go try it out again. With just a tiny bit more power. She has a deep red line. Oh, that's better. So close. It's off track. Yeehaw. Good old circles. Make you dizzy. God, I wish this game was in VR. How many laps is that? Something like 3? Maybe 2? Maybe. I think we need to take this thing to free play so we can tune it up. And then we come back and beat on this guy. I'm only finishing the lap because I'm greedy. I don't know if I'll make any more money at the end of the lap. You never know. Multi-model, you say? Anyway, let's take this thing to free play and do some laps there and get some parts in it. And then we come back. I got time to come back. Maybe. I've already been on 2 hours. I probably should stop. Do something constructive with my life. This is constructive. It promotes good hand-eye coordination. That's what this does. Yeah. Makes my hands hurt though. Goodness. Why is it the things you enjoy the most just hurt? We were in the CUDA. So that's a Plymouth. There it is. GTX 426 Hemi or the Plymouth 426 Hemi? Which one were we in? I think it was that one. Because it took them back to their original paint jobs. Well, that's still its original paint job, so that's probably not the right one. That's right, see? Goofy Forza. Let's see here. We made another $150. I don't think we can afford exhaust. No, that's $200. But we get a bigger air filter. That's $100. And no, wrong button. I don't know if anything else costs $50. There we go. Oil and cooling. It actually drops our performance points because it's not broken in. I have no idea. I don't want to drop. See, 459. We'll just put on the last flower. There we go. Decisions made. Good, good. Flying upgrade. I'm not going to mess with anything else because I need to do nothing else. Get this set up. I'll forget. I like it cloudy. 10s. No. I always start with Barcelona. We gotta pick something better than that. There, that's not a good idea. I don't go there very often. Because I don't know, the corners are banked weird. They roll you out instead of hug you. That's a good way to put it. I hope some of these people that keep hopping in and out, I hope you're hopping out to launch the game. See if you can go beat my score. Good luck. It was hard getting there. I use a wheel, so I hear it's harder with a controller, but I can't even drive with the controller no more. My controller driving is broken. And that's the only way I used to drive. I don't think we need to do anything in there. Let me just... Where did I leave my spare pack of bad habit? Ugh. Over here, still in the line, shopping bag. Probably a good idea to get up, stretch a little bit. Make sure the legs still, you know, do other things than just push a pedal. That car's got just a different kind of shape to it. Just very, very different kind of shape. I feel like I added that bumper. I don't feel like it came with those little deals hanging out the sides. And if so, we're taking them off. They don't need to be there. No, that's just the way they are. No bumper delete. Yeah, all that's gonna do is make life hard. I look though, because you never know, it might have some kind of different kind of bumper that came on the car a long time ago. Although this one is pretty sweet with the little hang down lights and the inset. I don't know if I've ever been next to a actually really done up Cuda before, so I can't even remember if there was one at the last car show in town. Let's see if she'll take off in third gear. Nope. Tires good and hot, which they are not yet. Tried to get more out of fourth gear than fourth gear wanted to give me. I don't know why. Third gear is just fine. Third gear feels limitless. Like I can do this all day. Track's so wide. So I can just recover from almost anything as long as I don't screw up too bad. I'm racing, man. I just want fourth gear in that corner. $122 grand ain't too bad, though. I ain't disappointed in it. I don't want to make any adjustments after this track because it's kind of a F around kind of track. Make you feel good about yourself kind of track. Or bad if you start messing up on it too much. Fourth gear so I can carry this corner. But I don't have enough immediate power. Hitting that, it does drift in fourth gear. It's just not enough. Too much throttle. Fifth gear was a bad idea. computer there executing a J-turn. Almost smoothly. Almost. He was jerky out of it. But he got it turned around. Or she. Or it. I don't know. AI is taking over the world, so it doesn't really matter. I see proof of it. My dad watches those AI stories. He's been watching them for a while now, and I've been paying attention, and they're slowly getting better. I can still tell it's AI, but they are getting better. And at the pace they're getting better, it's just insanely fast. We're not going to Le Mans. We'll do, can we make that curve? I think that's going to really, we don't want to go there. We want to make money. But not, oh, C-Ring's got that really long straight. Jeebs. That's all fun up there in the corner. But that straightaway is just long. Lots of back and forth. Put your ride to sleep. But it pays money, and that's what we're after. We're after money and tuning and figuring the car out, because this thing does really good for the fact that it's not done. Got $300. Ooh, we could afford a cam, but we already have one. We can put our pistons back on. They'll have $100 left over. Ooh, decision though. The drivetrain's pretty good. There is a hesitation though. We can fix with a clutch. There we go. Transmission, driveline, and differential will just have to come later. Got a little more acceleration. That makes me happy. So that means going from third to fourth. Maybe it'll smack in a little better. Tuning. I like the tires. Everything about the grip of it's pretty decent. I'm only going up one. I'm going up 3. Small adjustments, or you'll forget and you'll make a mistake. Once you get too far out of whack, I don't want to tune too hard on it until I get the power right. It's a lot of it though, because everything will change when it gets up there. Track is kind of pretty much flat, except for the dips and the bumps and the weirdness. Still wide. So narrow. There's a lot of camber to stay sideways on this flat, narrow pockmark field. Oh, we should slow down. That was very late. It's so hard. Oh yeah. This car is very good. Computer hit the wall. Didn't know what to do. I seen it freeze up. Like, learn how to drift, computer, you'll be alright. Maple Valley. Reverse. Sure. We got time for one more, maybe two. I gotta stop about 7 o'clock, so. One more day and then off, what? And I got a good old 9 days off because I'm taking a small vacation. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet. Might just be a staycation. Hide at the house. Sneak out to go fishing every now and then. I take y'all with me, but I need 8 more subscribers. I'm trying to decide where I want to spend my $300. Put a bigger intake on it. We haven't done exhaust yet, and that's $200. And that's another $200, so we can't afford that. That's topped out. That's another $200. Good old ignition. I mean, we still got engine. Yeah, we still got valves. We got the big upgrade if we decide to go down that route. Fact is, if I put that on now, I'd probably have the power I need for 4th gear. But I'd have to take a lot of stuff off. We'll just work our way to it. May not even need it. This thing makes power in a way that's much easier to control. I really don't want to be crazy with this just yet. I still gotta buy a transmission. Uno mas. A little bit of that. No, second gear takeoff. The corner's going to be fun. wish I could tune the car without having to restart the race. We got to take that camber back out of the rear. Or we need to put more. This track has some different kind of banking. We're going to go down to 7. I can make it. Too many windows. call this free play. They should call this endurance. How many laps can you make it around before your eyeball burst out of your head because you ain't blinked? I like that score. That's respectable for this track. Distraction sound. Can't believe I didn't hit that guardrail. That was a mistake. For the downshift. I'll take 83 grand on the Mempo got a shut. Not to feel bad. I don't think so. Anyway. Maybe there are others out there that could do it better. I'd like to meet him. I'd like to drift with him. Probably make him mad because I'd hit him at least 3 or 4 times. I'm a terrible in traffic. That's why I do the meetups here lately. It's because I'm trying to get better in traffic. I'm trying to become more aware of my surroundings instead of, or learning how to concentrate on the track and not wreck others. Here lately, all I can do is wreck myself. We'll do Yas Marina, and then I think I might call it a night after this one. $700. That buys us a supercharger, which is probably way too much. It's gonna knock us into B class, which is sad. What can we live without that'll take a lot of points off at once? That takes off 4. I don't take off much. Engine wise, we could go down a size in cam. And that leaves me enough to finish the drivetrain a bit. Oh, $200. We don't really need the differential anyway, though. And then we can just find $100 to throw in to kind of make up for our loss of cam. Okay. Top of C-Class. She probably won't stay there. I kind of like everything the way it is for the moment. Supercharger's going to change everything, the whole feel of the car. We can't even put no weight reduction, which I was contemplating not anyway, because I like that heavy feel of this car. Second gear does the thing now. do gotta go back and try the C-Class leaderboard now down in the front. Things could happen. That one was, I think, the last time around. So I have to pay attention. Count my laps. Oop, there's a wall there. Darn it, I had it that time. Oh. Been playing with the gas pedal, brake pedal in combination. Been trying to not take my foot all the way out of the gas when I come off. Hard habit to brake. I just want to come out a little bit and my foot's like off. Actually, I think I did do this paint job. I remember at the top. I'm gonna have to look before I go out. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know how this car will behave on line wrap. We gotta go back and try the good old drift rival challenge again. Why wouldn't we? It's top of C-Class. It's driving dish. I kind of still want to stiffen some stuff up, but do that before. And we got to check for free upgrades. Because sometimes there be some. I really like the transmission where it's at. I really do. I don't want to jack with it. All of that feels good. It's just a little slippery in the front. So I'm going to do this. We're going to go back down 3. We're going to go up a couple on this. There we go. Be easier to find in the list now. What's nice is I now got a new car to drive in the meetups. I dig for cars that I feel comfortable enough to drive around people. Because some of them are just a little wild, and I don't want to be that guy. I try not to be that guy. It happens from time to time. I don't pay a whole lot of attention very good. 73rd. I've got a few that I still need to do some work on that Shelby, but she drifts okay. I forgot to look for free upgrades. Things that don't change your performance points, but actually helps your car. Aero does that. It'll drop the performance, and then you can put more power, but then you got to deal with downforce, making your car stick, which means you got to make your suspension even stiffer. But it is a free upgrade. I'm just too lazy to tune a car to make it work, because it sticks funny. It sticks real funny. $450. You can't spend it on any real performance parts. Let's see. We got our sway bars. They feel okay. I don't think we should mess with that. The roll cage will make the car even stiffer. Ooh. It's not a freebie. Sometimes the differential is. That'll make a difference. That's where we're going. A little bit lighter. So a little more acceleration, handling, braking. Acceleration's where it's at. That's where we want to go. Lighter is better. You just got to be careful because you can throw the balance of the car off. If you go too far with lighter, it's better. That's why I do the weight reductions one at a time. We gotta beat that guy. He's in 69th place. Giggity. I'll bet she takes off in 3rd. Oh, that's right. Got a run up instead of a stop. Good pre-focus run. 35. 35. Let it go. We're gonna give it one more lap. No mas. That car can do it though. I just gotta be rested. It's gotta be at the beginning of the stream. Just bam, hop in that car, do 2 laps, beat the guy. Life will be grand. That's some positive thinking right there. It's a good note to end on. The Coronet gets to hold her spot for a little while longer. 73rd still pretty good. Top 3%. More people need to do this and I'll move down. Well, that's all I got for today. Oh, I'm sorry, Jonathan, man. I missed your text by 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting out of this, man. But next time I get on, man, I'll add me. My details are all in the description of the video to add me on Steam or Xbox. I can't remember if I put both. I don't ever look at my Xbox account, so it's one of those kind of things because it's a whole separate app to load. It's terrible. But until next time, y'all take it easy.